Scott, first off, welcome back to the new season. I'm sure you've been looking forward to getting back to things here at CFA Melbourne.
Yeah, probably a little bit more than others because of the early exit during the hub. So yeah, no, it's been a long time, but it's been enjoyable with obviously the new addition to the family and spending time with both Cooper and Vic and obviously getting to help out and do my thing. But coming back to training and getting back into the day-to-day grind of pre-season has been enjoyable.
Fatherhood, how's that treating you, and how's Cooper settled into the family?
Yeah, it's been good. The biggest thing I've learnt out of it is I've probably underestimated the how strong women are because of everything they go through and how much babies depend on them. So Vic's been great throughout this. She's done a lot, and I've just been really a support act, trying to change a few nappies and everything like that. But lately, he's getting more receptive, and now we are looking at coming up to 2 months. So he's getting bigger and smiling. So it makes it enjoyable going home and having a play with him.
Now the dust settled from last season, how have the boys assessed what happened last year?
Yeah, we obviously had a bit of time to think about it, analyse it. But it was important for the players to really get their minds away from it. But the biggest part of it is essentially learning from where we feel we might have lacked in last season and really use that as motivation to push on this year. So with a settled squad as such, and also some good additions, we've really hit the ground running from day one. And obviously with a new coach who was part of the staff, not a lot has changed, but Patrick's putting his own stamp on the team, which is it's good to be around. And for us, we obviously want to go one better, and that's the key. We've started earlier than other teams, and I think that's a great sign. And we've really worked hard in completion of our first week.
And what do you think some of those lessons were from last season that we're going to take into this season?
Yeah, I think we obviously made strides in regards to finishing high, most points, qualifying for Asia. But I think essentially, things we can work on was really dominating games from minute 0 to 90, and then we had a few lapses last season. One being Brisbane Roar when we were up and let leads slip. So it's something that we can work on in training and try and manifest and turn this into a season where we dominate and don't let leads like that slip. And ultimately, it leads us to another last day showdown with someone else, and this time we win.
And you mentioned as well starting a little bit earlier to everyone else. I know at the start with Eric last season, there was a lot of work done to set up the style and how he wanted to play. Do you think the group will be ahead of the 8 ball this season, knowing how it wants to play in preparation for the upcoming season?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. The fundamentals are essentially the same, and like I touched on before, Patrick will put his own, imprint on that. But fundamentally, and the basics of how we'll play is very similar. And with that building block of last season, we need to progress and get better at that. But we have new players, so they will take time to get up to speed with that. But I think the positive of having a squad where there wasn't a lot of turnover, that benefits the new players because the players who are here, they can obviously lean on and help them with any questions and really get them up to speed.
And first week of training, PK at the helm, how's it been so far with the new boys with training?
Yeah, it's been good. PK is a very intense character, and really that's something that you really see in training. He's all about perfection and making sure the little 1%ers are done right. And he's very vocal. Compared to Eric, who was more so calmer in the sense of getting his message across, probably because of the language as such. But Patrick, is a very intense, passionate person, and that shows in the way he conducts his session. And with the new boys coming in, they've been great. They've obviously all played in the A-League. We're very lucky in the sense we've got foreigners who have stayed on from last year and they're settled in, so that helps with them too. But the new boys coming in, they've really settled in as far as I can see, and it also helps. You know, they know boys already in the team. You play against players, and you form some form of relationship. So it's been really good. And it's my job and the others to really make them feel welcome, and hopefully that they have.
And this off season, there's obviously been a lot going on behind the scenes to get the league up and going. How pleased are you that all that's behind us and we're focusing on getting to business?
Yeah, no, it's it's been a turbulent off season as such. You know, with a lot of uncertainty, not just in the football world, but in terms of living in Victoria, but also the world. So, first and foremost for us to really get back in training. A lot of work's been done. Our club and our players have really worked together to get the best possible outcome, and that started initially from when COVID first hit the world. And the best thing about our football club is that there's been a lot of transparent conversations between the senior management and the players, and knowing that the communication lines are open, with Michael, Brad and Simon. I think that puts a lot of players at ease, and especially during a tough time as COVID. So, we've been in negotiations as a club, with players and staff, and we feel we definitely feel that we've agreed to a best possible outcome, and that was done 2 or so weeks ago. So. It's a credit to the players first and foremost, but also a credit to the management of the football club, because they've looked after us, and on the flip side, our players have really come to the forefront and helped the club.
And obviously moving forward, the term "one step better" has been thrown around. You've probably heard it a million times since you've been back, but I think it means a bit more to everyone, that it means what you say.
It does, yeah. I've unfortunately been a part of grand final teams that have lost the grand final, and when you come back, the hunger is there, and it's certainly one thing speaking about it, but acting on it is another thing. And from week one, all I can comment on is that the players are about their action, about their words. Their actions are representing the words, and for us that's a real key, and it's something that we have to keep driving. The hurt of losing was one that was very sore, but with the squad we've got, and also the staff, I believe the direction we want to go in is obviously one better, and we're on course at the moment.
And finally, your message to the City family as we look ahead to the upcoming season, and everyone who's been home the last couple months.
Look, it's obviously been very tough. Not just talking about a fan and club relationship. It's been very tough for Victorians, and having gone through the lockdowns, it's been testing. But hopefully, as a football club, we've brought some form of happiness to each individual, through the run to the grand final, but also through the work we've done, whether it be webinars or Zooms. I hope that the fans feel really a part of the club more than ever, and going into a new season with a bit of uncertainty in regards to when crowds may return. I can definitely vouch that the club will be doing everything they can to make everyone feel a part of it, and really feel that we're a bigger family than we were last year, and that's important. As a club, we keep growing, and hopefully sooner rather than later we have our fans back in the stadium to really sample hopefully what is a successful season again, with the term of going one better.
Well, Scott, thank you for your time, and all the best for the season.
Thank you.